Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I got to have to say thank you to believe me and supporting my YouTube channel, subscribe, and I really need your help. So I hope you like all the videos, all the YouTubers. So I'm gonna start new one, and my favorite YouTuber is PewDiePie, but others I watch their vlogs and funny. Anyway, I like them and I subscribe everyone. It's my favorite, all the YouTubers in YouTube channel, and others I don't like. By the way, the others I very like, okay. So hit the smash button from subscribe button on my YouTube channel and enjoy the video. Let's do this. Okay, this video is FuryTomic. It's very funny. I don't know if it's funny or not, but I subscribe him. So I'm gonna watch this video and hit son. Look, I found a guitar. Why don't you play it? Okay. Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride a sword and a revolver by his side. Crambo killed flop doodle yellow bug, too lot of That's a hard part right in there, nephew. Crambo killed a la-ra-ro, flop-a-doodle yellow bug, too long did he cover up top bottom it. Crambo. Aliole. And the yodel goes right in there somewhere, but it's a little too high for me. Oh, where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in the cottonwood, in the eucalyptus tree. Crambo. Crambo killed flop-a-doodle yellow bug. That's that hard part again, right in there. Flop-a-doodle yellow bug, too long did he cover up top bottom it. Crambo.
Okay. Tom and Jerry, Campbell. Okay, I like that. So I hit the like button. So I love it. Thank you. So on to the next video. Okay, we're back to SSSniperWolf. I don't know why he or she is uploading one by one, but it's okay. I subscribe him, but I'm gonna watch this. It's my favorite all funny meme or funny poses, okay?
You know, cover one side and then Tony Stark, is that you? Whoa. It's connected? You're telling me this was one apple. How it feels to be a prisoner in your own body. Oh man, is that you? Perhaps it's the desert sand. Oh no. Why? Hello friends, it's me. And today we're gonna be checking out some very creative people who are actually being productive during this time. Can't relate. I think this guy really likes spiders. That's his hair. It's attached to his head. This ain't a tattoo, it's a haircut. The spider being part of it. Okay, but what happens when you wash your hair? Do you shampoo the spider? Maybe condition him, keep him shiny? I can't believe it's not a tattoo. It's hair. That spider made of follicles. Web coming out of his scalp. So they had a hole in their wall and they completely covered it in Legos. But wait, they opened up the secret Lego door to reveal, oh, we got the Holodell concert. Missed opportunity. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. Especially if you guys know what I'm talking about. And I don't look like an idiot. You know what? Let's leave him alone. Oh wait, no, there's another secret entrance. Oh, and another one, the back door. You know, just spying on all my victims. What's going on in this room? Bro, the police got somebody. The whole Lego solar system lies behind this wall. Y'all want to see some insane knife skills? I don't know what fruit or vegetable this is. So he cut it real fast, right? You think it's gonna be some really thin slices. No. No slices here. Then flips it over. Does the same exact thing, but what hasn't a slice? And then he picks it up. Look, and then he stretches it out like an accordion. Woo! shook. It ain't even a stretchy fruit. And he made a stretch. I'ma play this radish like I'ma play your taste buds. I don't even know what this is. Probably not a radish. You really painting? The Starry Night? Oh, it is the Starry Night. I just took a guess. I saw blue and yellow into a cappuccino. We charge you $19.95 for this art. It's too beautiful to drink. Who gonna drink this? Make a hell of a good Instagram pic though. She got markers, she drawing something. What is it? I'll add some detail to it. Add a little more detail. Add so much detail that it looks 3D and it's literally coming out of the paper. I am this close to ripping this open and dipping my fries into it. It looks so real. How drawings do that? It's crazy how you start out with this and then you end up with this. Oh, whoa. It's connected? You're telling me this was one apple and the skin is so intricately peeled that it's like, oh, it's making my head hurt. My brain is fizzling right now, trying to comprehend this. How it feels to be a prisoner in your own body. Oh, they could just close it right up like nothing ever happened. How fruit do that? If y'all thought it couldn't get any weirder, now we got Oreo art. Yes, this is an Oreo and this is a toothpick and this is somebody attempting to draw a Rubik's Cube in the cream of an Oreo. They got art everywhere. Oh wow. They really licked that cream good. You didn't think every square of cream they erased, they just, as they're drawing? I mean, why wouldn't you? This guy does these really neat resin molds. So basically, they're making like a silicone mold for his finger. Came out like a popsicle. Pop it out, oh, nice. You got a finger mold. Send it to your girlfriend for her birthday. And then he's gonna make the resin mold. Pop out the finger and then wham, bam, yes ma'am. You got a whole advanced finger password authentication system, ma'am. You see the detail on that? Oh, the awkward moment when you put your finger in and it doesn't fit. This girl, she got some insane makeup skills. You know, cover one side and then Tony Stark, is that you? The girl from Shallow Hal? Hulk? I can't name these celebrities fast enough. Oh, Maleficent, is that you? Hey, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, she almost had me there. Somebody really took the...
Okay, you know what? I hate this ad.
To make an entire puzzle out of an apple. Mom be like, you gotta eat your apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Okay, but me and the doctor, we gonna be playing games because I ain't eating no apple. It's an actual puzzle and it fits perfectly. Okay, like new. All right, I've had my fun with you. Let's return it. Oh no, Abraham Lincoln, what have they done to you? Oh, you know what? You gotta wear a mask. Sorry, even money gotta wear a mask. Stay safe, friends. If Abraham Lincoln doing it, you gotta do it too. Mom be like, hey, are you doing your homework?
Yes, mother, reading.
My anxiety be like, fold, 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 fold. Can fold faster than I can read. Okay, but why all this folding? It looked pretty, I get it. Oh no, we done messed up. Oh wait, it made the Avengers logo. Wow. So this whole time, you had a purpose. Alie's intro starts playing. Okay, this is just freaky. You walk past the store. There's this dog dinosaur, devil looking thing, and it just follow you until, oh, its head did a whole 360. Oh wait, what? Whoa! Did you see that? It just like, where did the eyes go? It didn't turn its head. It's not even moving. I thought it was an animatronic just glaring at you. Like, come on in, we got a sale going on. But no, it's not moving. I'm trying to figure out how this like 3D illusion works, that it's like, as you walk past it, like this is what it really looks like. It's true form. And then as you walk past, oh, this done did me a brain hacking. My dude really made an art piece, hung it up on the wall out of a McDonald's ketchup packet. I can smell this photo. I can smell that acidic tomato hanging on my wall. You know, not only is it art, but it's also a slightly unpleasant room fragrance. And you did this for what? So I made a whole video about pencil art. Basically, they carve out the tips of the pencil. It's got a freaking lock and a key attached. This is blowing my mind because it's like attached. The key is attached to the lock, but it was part of the same point. They carved this one out into a chain. Geez, the amount of time this had to take. Like, this started out as a regular pencil. Now it's a whole entire lead nunchuck. Be careful, artists will use this on you if you ask for free art. Hey, I heard you like horses. Yeah, I really like horses, man. This is what my sketchbook looked like. I only draw one person. When you say a bad word on MTV, not only do they bleep the word, but your lips gotta go too. You know, some of these 13-year-olds, they be pro lip readers. We can't have them see that. She did her lipstick, you know, took every single nude shade she owns, made a whole censorship mosaic on her lips. Dusty car, no problem. You call it a dusty car? I call it art. Y'all really gonna sit here and make art out of a car you just gonna wash, okay? Yes, this is happening. Mount Rushmore. Good thing I didn't say Mount Everest. Oh, look, it's Mount Rushmore on the back of my Ford Fiesta. That ain't a Fiesta, that's a Mondeo. I never even heard of this SUV. They got a big Costco block of cheese. Oh, they took a big chunk out. Oh, that's a lot of chunks. Why you break like that? Oh, they sculpting something out of it. It's a Mr. Potato Head. It's that dude from that show. I know who this is. Who is it? Oh, I'm forgetting everything I've ever known. From Chicken Run. Is it? Is it from Chicken Run? No, this movie is just chickens. I'm not the only one who looks up Chicken Run people. No, it's Wallace and Gromit. I only remember this movie so vividly because it's the first movie and one of the only movies I ever went to the theater to watch as a child. Anyways, they made him out of cheese. Found this cool piece of tree. You know, some people call that wood. So they go make this regular piece of wood. Super cool. Oh, so that's how they get it all shiny. Put some flowers and plants in there. Make a dam. And then pour the blue juice in. Ooh, and then peel it off. And it's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so satisfying when he rubs it and then it gets shiny. It's like when I clean my stovetop. I don't know what this is, but it looked like the Guitar Hero buttons. Basically, they smushed them all together. Oh, and they keep smushing them. Oh, that's real nice. Oh, keep cutting them. Oh, I like this, it's so mesmerizing. I just wanna know what the finished product is. Just when I think it's done, it's over, they keep going and making more and more. Whoa! Is that it? Their final form? I guess that's it. They made the tiniest little volcano. It ain't even a real volcano. Oh, they're slowly injecting paint into water. Except I don't think that's water. Looking a little too thick. Oh, yeah. A whole entire eruption at my fingertips. It looked like glue. They put in paint into glue to create this little masterpiece. Oh, we got the fireworks. Lava edition. Nice. Whoa, this take a flip book to the next level. Oh, suddenly it's Assassin's Creed. Are we gonna do the leap of faith? Yes? Yeah. Oh, he went skirt! Nice! Oh, man.
Oh.
He keep going. Whoa. Ah! Oh, it's an Assassin's Creed ad! What? That was insane. Flip book? Nah, we don't do that. The whole entire flip movie. So this is a really cool string pulling art idea. Basically, you dip the string into paint, pop it down, put white around it, and then just yank it. Well, you don't yank it, you gently pull. And then you get this really cool effect. Wow. Something tells me if I tried to do this, I would not get the same result. I get a blob of red. We got origami level 100. They just keep folding and folding. When will the folding stop? Oh, it's a penguin. I'm like, you making a big swan or what? Nah, they made a whole entire penguin. He even waddles. Oh no! Peter Parker got exposed just like that. Somebody put up these super high-tech posters all around the city. Now we know Spider-Man's true identity. It all makes sense now. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and want a part 2, make sure you hit that like button in the face. And make sure you turn on notifications. Click, and subscribe to the Wolf Pack. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Okay, on to the next video. Okay, I like to say this channel is very awesome because I read all the history and he knows everything about history about the world. But okay, I'm gonna watch this video, so I'm gonna share you what's this video.
The Asian drug kingpin we're going to talk about today has been compared not only to El Chapo, but also the infamous Pablo Escobar. It's said he's made billions of dollars exporting mostly crystal methamphetamine around the world, working with the likes of Japan's Yakuza and numerous gangs from Australia and other countries. This man lives a lifestyle worthy of an underworld billionaire, owning a private jet, of course, maybe even a few, but also gambling away millions of dollars at a time in casinos. He's rightly paranoid, and it's said he won't go many places without his bodyguard bodyguard team, which consists of 8 Thai kickboxers. He's a very wanted man, but until recently not many people had heard about the guy. Today we'll take a closer look at him. His real name is Su Chi Lap, and while he has Canadian citizenship, he was actually born in China. It's said this man created a drug syndicate that goes by the name The Company, and this group of sketchy people flood the world's streets with not just vast amounts of ice, but also other drugs such as heroin, ketamine, and MDMA, aka ecstasy or Molly. Even if you might not have heard of the name before, he's currently being hunted down by law enforcement agencies spanning the globe. That's why he's sometimes called Asia's most wanted man. His empire consists of lots of people across a large syndicate, and the members might hail from any number of countries, including Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, mainland China, Malaysia, Myanmar, Thailand, and Vietnam. There might be a lot of people involved, but it's Su Chi Lap who's said to be right at the top. This is some big enterprise, and according to members of law enforcement, the syndicate is actually more sophisticated than the drug outfits working in Latin America. We know that he was born in Guangzhou in 1963 but immigrated to Canada in 1988. It's said he grew up in China during the Cultural Revolution. At that time, some of Mao's Red Guard that had found themselves in prison formed a gang called the Big Circle Gang. It seems that Su became a part of this and later moved to Hong Kong. We don't know much about his past, but it seems he was involved in drug trafficking as early as the 90s. Late in that decade, he was arrested for conspiracy to traffic heroin, and after that he was extradited to the USA. There he served 9 years in federal correctional institutions in Elkton, Ohio. During the 90s, much of the world's opium was produced in a place sometimes referred to as the Golden Triangle. This is the place where the countries of Myanmar, Thailand, and Laos all meet. It's said that Su could have been looking at a life sentence then for his part in the trafficking of drugs, but he pleaded to the court for leniency. He told them that his parents were old and needed taking care of, and that his son was sick. He told the court that he was sorry for what he had done, and assured them that when he got out, he would open a restaurant and avoid criminality forever. That was a lie, though, and it seems that he just became a bigger trafficker when he got out. After he was released, it's not clear just how quickly he started making contact with his friends in Asia again, but it's reported that he moved back to Canada and sometime later registered a company in Hong Kong called China Peace Investment Group Company Ltd. That's a far cry from a restaurant. Some investigators say that he basically picked up where he left off, and through this company he started making connections in the underworld again. His way of conducting the business of trafficking drugs was appealing to other gangs, seeing that his policy was that if the drugs got stopped at any point by the police, they'd be replaced with another shipment at no extra cost. That was something his customers just couldn't turn their noses up at. His popularity with drug dealers, though, was the reason his name popped up with law enforcement. In 2011, Australian police were onto a group of dealers importing heroin and meth. They knew some drugs were about to enter Australia. The shipment was only a few kilos, so the cops decided that instead of arresting the men importing the drugs, they'd just put them under surveillance and try to find out where the drugs were coming from. They were watched and their phones were tapped. When more drugs were sent and then intercepted, the Australian gang who were being watched asked their trafficker for more of the stuff, with the same deal not reneged on, which was more drugs at no extra cost. It seems that the traffickers in Hong Kong became frustrated as more drugs were seized in Australia. Why was this happening time and again with one gang? They called for a meeting in Hong Kong with 2 Australian gang members, but because those gangs were under surveillance, the Australian cops had the Hong Kong police follow the 2 men. One of the men at that meeting in Hong Kong was Su Chi Lap. It seems that at first police weren't aware that he was such a big deal and came across as a family man with a business to run. But as time went by and they followed him around, they witnessed his luxurious lifestyle and the fact that he didn't go many places without his group of trained bodyguards. They knew they were onto something or someone big. Some of the ways he liked to spend his growing fortune was to rent out expensive hotels and resorts, flying in people from other places on his private jets. He was fond of betting in some of Asia's casinos and put big money down on horse races. One investigator believes that in Macau, in just one night, he lost $66 million in a casino. He was, of course, watched more closely since he was evidently making insane amounts of cash. It wasn't until one man was stopped at an airport in Yangon that there was a big breakthrough. This was a man that had been seen by one of the anti-narcotic officers that was working on Su's case. The man kept quiet, but then his phone was searched. On that phone was a video, and it showed someone being burned on his feet with a blowtorch, and also being electrocuted with a cattle prod. He was, of course, screaming. In the video, a sign could be seen somewhere in the background, and in Chinese script it read, "Loyalty to the heavens." This was something that the Hong Kong triads like to say to foster loyalty among members. It turned out that this guy being tortured had told the gang that he had to throw 300 kilos of their meth from a boat because he thought law enforcement was going to get him. The torturers wanted to know if this was true. The video was also used to show other mules or anyone working for the triads what might happen to them if they lose drugs. That phone contained a lot of other information, what investigators called an Aladdin's cave of intel. Some of that intel showed how vast amounts of meth was being made in Myanmar and trafficked around the world. But one photo on that phone was seen by an officer who said he had seen that face before, and of course, it was Suu Kyi Lop. The intel police found on the phone was then cross-referenced with another database containing a large cache of information relating to Asian drug trafficking groups. Investigators discovered information on the phone that linked it to a large drug bust and the name of the drug traffickers. This information soon led investigators to believe that there weren't lots of small gangs working in this business, but one syndicate that was working together. They figured out where the drugs were being made, how they were being moved, and the massive amounts of money that was being made. After this, they could watch the operations more closely. It was complicated because it involved so many people over many countries, but arrests were made and large amounts of drugs were seized. This was only a couple of years ago. Investigators said this syndicate ran things expertly, with one law enforcement official saying, "The power this network possesses is unimaginable." Some key players were arrested while others went into hiding. Millions of dollars of cash was also seized. It's reported that in 2018, the Asia-Pacific methamphetamine trade was worth a staggering $61.4 billion, but that shot up from $15 billion just 5 years earlier. This is why our man has become so incredibly rich and has just lately hit the headlines. It's well known that a lot of the meth is produced in the country of Myanmar and then makes its way to other nations. One of the reasons it can be made there so easily is that some of the labs are controlled by ethnic armed groups. There, ketamine might also be made. And while the Golden Triangle these days is not as infamous as it once was for opium production, it still goes on there. Police say the MDMA that the syndicate traffics is made in Europe. And the syndicate also traffics cocaine that's said to come from Latin America. How do these drugs move? Well, reporters say repurposed fishing ships can carry vast amounts of drugs and they're used a lot. But sometimes this stuff moves from Myanmar into Thailand and then elsewhere. If you follow the news about Thailand, sometimes the police find massive shipments of drugs that were stopped around the north of the country near the Myanmar border. When busts have been made, the syndicate just evolves and finds other ways to move the drugs. This has been going on for years. It's just something we don't hear about a lot. Much of the media attention and even Hollywood attention has been focused on drug lords from Latin America. Right now, something called Operation Kungar is going on, and that's being led by the police in Australia, but consists of other agencies working in North America, Asia, and Europe. It's said to be the biggest operation ever to go after an Asian drug syndicate. That operation doesn't state all the cases it has on Suu, but it's said to have been involved in 13 of the cases. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, aka DEA, has also said that Suu is the man in the big chair. This is what a person speaking for the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime said about Suu. Suu Kyi Lop is in the league of El Chapo or maybe Pablo Escobar. The word kingpin often gets thrown around, but there is no doubt it applies here. It was Reuters that first published the big story about this man, and during its investigation, the news agency interviewed law enforcement from around the world, as well as looked at court filings and intelligence reports. Reuters even talked to people in Myanmar's Shan state, where its so-called super labs are busy making lots and lots of meth. These guys are breaking bad on an unprecedented scale. Reuters said that the drug syndicate is truly transnational and involves a lot of big players. And it's not just Suu that comes from Canada. 3 other suspected drug traffickers working in the syndicate are also said to come from that country. Reuters wrote, "The syndicate is enormously wealthy, disciplined, and sophisticated. In many ways, more sophisticated than any Latin American cartel. The collaborators involved in moving all this meth include Chinese gangs that work all over Asia, but also include biker gangs that come from Australia. It seems, unlike gangs in Latin America, the groups work mostly in harmony, rather than constantly waging wars against each other. The money is just too good, and so they try and function more like a global corporation, embracing good business practices rather than murdering one another. They obviously torture people, though, if things go missing. One of the major differences with Suu and the drug kingpins he's been compared to is that he keeps a low profile. While he does seem to spend extravagantly, you won't find him dealing in violence or having people write songs about him. Such has been the case with some Latin American drug lords. In the past, police have struggled with catching Asian drug lords, such as the man known as Kun Sa, who ran a massive opium trafficking operation from the Golden Triangle in the 70s up until the 90s. Police say that many of the leading gang members are part of the syndicate and have been operating for years, maybe decades, and they are still at work today. Suchi Lop, according to officials, is still running one of the biggest drug trafficking syndicates in history. Nonetheless, we imagine most of you hadn't heard of him until today. He might not go down as one of the most feared drug lords, but he certainly seems to have run an operation that was so slick it astounded law enforcement. His whereabouts, of course, are currently unknown. What do you think? If he was ever caught, will the drug trade suddenly stop, or will someone else take over? How do you ever stop the flow of drugs? Tell us what you think in the comments. Now go watch Insane Way El Chapo Escaped Prison.
Okay. That's why all the Filipinos in selling drugs? Okay. Don't worry, it's not affecting Philippines because we have Duterte. So, on the next video. This is in the infographic show, so sorry I don't see any video I search. I'm gonna have watch this and it's just a clips, okay? It's not the clips, okay? Don't worry, I'm gonna watch this.
You've probably seen the videos of people in long lines waiting to shop, or perhaps stood in a long line yourself. In recent days, panicked shoppers in America and several other countries have cleared store shelves. So what are the most purchased items? What foods do we think still suck, even in the midst of a pandemic? In the US, when data analytics firm compared dollar sales from the first 2 weeks of March 2020 to the same period last year, there was a huge rise in the purchasing of a number of items. Let's tackle the obvious one first, shall we? Toilet paper. The purchase of toilet paper went up 60% in the first week of March over the same time in 2019. By the end of the second week of March, toilet paper purchases were up 212.7%. It's a real head-scratcher. In the majority of COVID-19 cases, bowel problems have not been an issue. Yet, for reasons unknown, some of us went wild, panic buying enough toilet paper to last a year. It's like Westerners decided that the dividing line between civilization and falling into chaos was toilet paper. Don't get us wrong, toilet paper is one of the great inventions of mankind. Prior to toilet paper being commercially available in 1857 and mainstream in the 1920s, people used a wide variety of tools as bathroom aid. It generally depended on how rich you were or where you lived in the world. In colonial America, they used corn cobs, moss, or whatever paper goods they got their hands on. Beginning in 1792, a popular household book, The Old Farmer's Almanac, came with a hole punched in the upper left-hand corner so you could hang it on a string on a hook to keep it handy anywhere you might need it. That included the outhouse, where it was both reading and butt-cleaning material. Today, in some places, toilet paper is a luxury. You might use leaves or your left hand and a bucket of water. In other places, toilet paper is wasteful and unsanitary. Bidets are preferred. What we're trying to say is, even if we do run out of toilet paper, which is not likely, we'll figure out other good solutions. We won't revert to using tersoriums like the ancient Romans. You don't have to look it up, we'll tell you. A tersorium was a natural sponge, usually harvested from the Mediterranean, on the end of a long stick. When not in use, the tersorium was kept in a pail of heavily salted seawater in the communal bathroom. Yes, that means exactly what you think it does. You shared the sponge on a stick with everyone who used the latrine. Anyway, back to the most purchased items during a panic list. As you can guess, in mid-March there was a lot of buying aimed at combating the spread of the virus. Aerosol disinfectant was up 518.9% over last year, as was rubbing alcohol up 277%, multi-purpose cleaners up 242.9%, and bath and shower wipes up 221.6%. Does that mean that people are stocking up? Or is this a sign that people weren't properly disinfecting before viruses dominated the news? Gross. Some people thought it was prudent to have health and medicine items on hand in case someone in their household got sick. Thermometers went up 497.7%, cold and flu remedies up 158.8%, facial tissue up 195%, cough remedies up 120.2%, and vitamins up 93.2%. While hand sanitizer sales were unusually high the second week of March at a 207.5% increase over last year, they actually plummeted since the first week of March 2020, when purchases were up 470%. The drop in quantity sold wasn't due to a lack of demand though, but from stores not being able to keep it in stock. As for food, many households stocked up on shelf-stable staples, many of which are commonly purchased prior to hurricanes and blizzards. Bottled water purchases up 99.4%, powdered milk products were up 126.3%, dried beans up 230.5%, canned meat up 187.8%, rice up 166.1%, canned or packaged tuna went up 142.3%, and soup was up 126.6%. Oat milk continues to have a real moment, with purchases up a whopping 347.3%. Quite a few people thought it was very important to keep extra snacks on hand. Popcorn went up 47.7% over mid-March 2019, as did pretzels at 46.7%, potato chips at 29.6%, pastries at 23.6%, ice cream at 23.1%, and chocolate at 19%. At the Infographics Institute, we did some social media analysis and also sent our least favorite intern into a nearby grocery store for some eyewitness investigation. Based on our completely non-scientific research, shoppers stocked up on liquor, all except for one particular brand of beer, which will probably have to change its name in the future. Though perishable milk, eggs, butter, cheese, and bread were also popular items that stores sold out of quickly. Things eager shoppers left behind in ravaged stores were Manhattan clam chowder, yeah, the tomato-based kind, pickled herring, chocolate hummus, unsalted baked potato chips, and refrigerated spinach pasta, frozen pineapple and ham pizza, frozen and canned lima beans, vegan cheese, and non-fat milk were also left forlorn on the shelves. Last but not least, data shows that shoppers bought 17.7% less perfume and 17% less sunscreen than mid-March of 2019. So the majority of us are planning to hang out inside and practice social distancing. Excellent. Why don't you chill and watch another video? Ever wonder what would happen if you ate nothing but junk food? Check this video out. Or if you've ever been curious about how prisoners buy items, check out how do prices work in the prison economy. If you've been standing in a shopper's line for the supermarket while you watch this video, perhaps you'd like to watch both videos. You'll probably have time.
Okay, that was my favorite. Okay. You know what? I hate this
EVE Online
ad, but
is a vast universe.
don't worry, I'll skip this.
Alive.
That's it for today. Well, so I'm glad you watched my video. So thank you for watching. Just a little. I need your help. So get more subscribers. I need more subscribers for my YouTube channel. Get support. I got the fun stuff and lots of others. So I watch in my reaction if I have to. If there's a popular or good, see in my video, my YouTube channel. Here's my YouTube channel. Over there is the screen, NetherBeastPH. Subscribe, and that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching my video. Hopefully you enjoy this. And there's a special message for you if you comment me. If you want me to join your virtual YouTuber, I'm glad. Thank you. And I would like to become a virtual YouTuber, so thank you. I don't have character, okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Martin. Hopefully you're gonna have to see you later. Bye.
I'm about to change the game up, about to cause an earthquake.